Good morning, Alta Realty Group agents. This is Kevin Lauren. I'm the Director of Training and Marketing here. And today we are joined by Bill Seitz. Let me bring Bill on the line. Hope you're all doing well today. All right, Bill. Let's see. Bill, for some reason you are still muted. Oh, there you go. There's Bill. Good morning, Bill.
Hey, good morning, Kevin.
How are you this morning?
We're doing well, thank you.
All right, good. So today we're going to go over our lead programs. So our seller lead program and our buyer lead program, OpCity. And so these are the two, programs that we use, the programs that we embrace. And Bill, why don't you tell us a little bit about OpCity, if you would, since you were kind of the guy that spearheaded this effort.
Yeah, sure, no problem, Kevin. So OpCity is it's a company that we partnered with. They approached us and said, "Hey, you guys are a brokerage that we want to work with. We have OpCity." Let me just define what OpCity is first.
Yeah.
OpCity is actually a company that buys leads in the marketplace. I think they're the number one or the number two purchaser of online real estate leads in the market. And these are primarily
they're buying that stuff
leads.
from like realtor.com and Truly and all those, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And so what they've done is they've done something completely different that nobody in the industry has really tried. And they raised a bunch of money. They they had the vision of, hey, we could be if we do all the heavy lifting in the sense of, vetting these leads and scrubbing them and getting them prepared and giving the agent a higher success ratio of closing, we know that we can be successful in partnering with these agents and these brokerages around the country that I think a lot of times agents have a hard time processing the whole start to finish of the lead, the lead cycle, as far as, marketing to the leads, getting the lead, scrubbing the lead, ultimately converting the lead, and then finally getting paid. So what they've done is they've actually taken the purchase of the lead, the cost of the acquisition of the lead. They've basically taken the cost of scrubbing the lead off the hands of the agent, and now they are delivering a better quality lead to the agent, and of course at a cost, but that's it in a nutshell. So they approached us and they said, "Hey, we want to work with your company." It's not a mandatory, obviously, program. But what I do like about it is the agents that are doing it right now. There's a few of them, at Alta that are being successful. Is they're closing deals, and they're closing deals when maybe they're slow, or maybe their personal pipeline is, it's a little bit it's a little dry, or they're between deals. I think it's all perspective, and I think it's the way you look at it is ultimately how successful you're going to be with it, or how much time, energy you're going to put into it. But there is no fee, there's no charge to be involved in the program. It's completely at your, discretion. You can decide whether, you can try it out, see if you like it. You can learn the process. And really the way it works is once we sign you up through the brokerage, we have a brokerage account with OpCity. You can literally get leads that same day. You can identify the markets that you want to work, and then once the lead comes in to your phone, you're basically competing with that lead, and you're competing with other agents in that marketplace that are also working with OpCity. So it's kind of like first come, first serve. That lead comes up, $500,000 home is the price range they want to buy in the next 60 days approximately. You're going to see all this information as the lead comes through to your phone through an app. And if you win the lead, you click on it quick enough, you're in a place where you can take a call. You will be put into a live conversation with that potential borrower or buyer through a OpCity agent. So there's a
Right. So
three-way
the
call.
agent, yeah, so the agent's already got this, buyer or seller on the line. Normally it's a buyer. And so they put you through to this person that's ready to talk about what they need.
100%. So it's like I said, it's not for everybody. Some agents, they just want to do their own thing. They want to have their own book of business going. They want to build that primarily, want to put all their energy into that. And I get that. But I do see the importance of having this as an option when you are slow. Maybe you just need to kind of keep the momentum going, talking about real estate, getting on the phone with potential buyers. It's a great way to keep momentum going for yourself and doing real estate.
Exactly. So, like Bill said, it's not, there's no upfront cost to join this. However, of course, once you close the deal, then that's when they get paid. So explain the commission split there.
Yeah. So basically the way it runs down, Kevin, is OpCity is basically taking on all the cost of buying the leads. They take the cost of scrubbing the leads, getting the most qualified person they can before they even shoot it out to the agent. And for that, of course, they're in the business to make money. Of course, they are.
Right.
You only can imagine how much money they spend on buying leads, and then also paying their staff, their call center, and their staff to process these leads. So at the end of the day, it really comes out to be about a 50-50 split, or it is a 50-50 split for everything over, I think, $100,000 purchase is where the breakdown is. It's right there. So we get a small portion of that. And so what it is, it's a 50-50 split, meaning if the gross commission is $12,000, the agent will take home $6,000, and you do not pay a fee to Alta Realty Group. That will be your take home. And really it falls in line with if you're, when I started in the business and I was working with a mentor, I didn't have any customers. I didn't have any deals. And, he was a very successful guy. He already had a ton of deals, and he put me on buyer deals. That's the first, it's kind of the first part of the business you learn more or less. He would give them to me at 50-50 split as well. So I don't think it's entirely unreasonable. I know some of the agents really have a hard time digesting that.
Yeah.
But when you really think about the cost and what they're providing, it's a pretty fair deal, and it's pretty, it's about what's average on for if you're going to go work for a team or you're going to go put in place where someone's going to provide you that, those leads. So it's
right.
Like I said, it's not going to be your one all be all, but
yeah,
it can be something that you supplement during the year.
Yeah, and none of our agents, just use this as like their only lead source. They're going to be working their sphere of influence. They're going to be working, other leads, all that other kind of stuff, and paying for leads. You should be doing this program and also paying for leads. In most cases, doing it Facebook advertising or whatever else you're doing. But this is a good supplement to your business. And the agents that are doing it, they're picking up a couple deals a year. It's just extra deals is the way it should be looked at, not the number one source of your business. Let's see. And so how do we get involved with the program? Well, Bill, all we have to do is contact either you or me, and we get you set up with an account. Now, one of the things that OpCity does require historically was they required that the agents were seasoned. You've got to fill out a little questionnaire, and they want to, the agents that they want are doing 7 deals or more. They're doing over $2 million in transactions a year. OpCity did just come up with I forget what they call it, but they have a very new program for emerging agents or something like that. Bill, have you seen that?
I did not see that yet, or I have not familiarized myself with that yet, Kevin, but I can definitely look into it.
Yeah. If you quote unquote fail the questionnaire, now they have some other kind of a system that we can get you involved with. Before in a couple of the agents, they filled out the questionnaire and it was like, no, you don't qualify. So for new agents
And sometimes, Kevin, like that's just maybe answer they didn't answer the question maybe properly, or they didn't put in a piece of information, and I've actually been able to help agents get through that. So
right.
my recommendation is just if you're interested in the program, reach out to Kevin. Kevin will get me involved, and then I will get the account created for you. And then we can make sure that you get started, and I can, whatever agent wants to do this, I can walk them through it and help them around that questionnaire.
That's perfect. So, I think it's great that either you or me walk them through that questionnaire. That way they don't mess it up and we can get them qualified for the program the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we've got an agent, Lynette Compost, who's closing 2 OpCity deals within, I think she's closing one, I believe, tomorrow or Friday, and then the next one, I think, on Monday. So, she's got 2 deals closing here, and I believe she's getting a listing from one of the clients as well. So,
nice.
Yes, I get it. Agents don't get too excited about a 50-50 split, but you can see where, if Lynette's not having a good month or a good quarter, and now she's picked up 2 or 3 of these things, well, she's keeping her income steady or keeps it going and doesn't have that dry spell that we all go through in real estate. Hopefully not very often, but we all know it happens. And so we just want to make sure that everyone's aware that this is available. I know some of you have tried it, some with success, some without, but I really think it comes down to your mindset and how do you look at leads and filling in your prospecting time to make yourself continually busy.
For sure. And then again, what that does is, you get a deal done and we're able to use that in your marketing and say, hey, I just closed this deal, and put that out to your sphere of influence and do all of the little things. It becomes a reason to communicate with your sphere of influence and with, prospects. So more deals begets more deals, and it becomes a snowball, so really good
stuff. That's
a
great point.
Yeah. So anything else with OpCity? I think the last little point here is, how soon can you start? You can start immediately, and you can literally be getting, leads immediately in some cases.
Yep, absolutely. And Linda Van Pelt just got her first deal. She's been putting some time into it for the last few months, and she just got her first deal, I believe, yesterday or the day before. So
I
it
saw
does
that
work.
This morning.
I want to let people. I want to let everyone know it does in fact work. So It's just like, we'll leave it at that. But if you're interested, get a hold of us and we'll get you set up and make sure that you guys are turned on immediately.
Perfect. So then, of course, the second lead platform that we use is our seller lead platform. And so this is part of our platinum leads program. So most of you are on our gold program, the $99 a month. So the platinum program is $399 a month. And the difference there is really you're getting these seller leads. And so the seller leads is a much longer process, and it's a much more it's not a quick process, and it's not something that you just you do and you expect results right away. So the way that the seller lead program works is we create Facebook advertisements that allow people to click on an ad, and the ad says something to the effect of check your home value instantly online. And so we've all seen these things over the years, but this is a really good program that allows us to create a landing page that does in fact allow the prospect to look at their estimated home value online instantly. And so the system that we use is fairly accurate. It's not the most perfect thing in the world, but it is just that. It is an automated online value. So what does that do? Well, it gives you a reason to contact these people that go on and check the value and say, hey, here's the estimated value. However, if you want me to give you a more complete evaluation of your home price, I'd love to come out and ask you a few questions, something to that effect. So it is a more of a benign kind of a lead source. And so, you can imagine that if you're doing this over the course of, a couple of months, and you're doing this primarily in your in your farm, and you're utilizing this in conjunction with other forms of advertising, mail and other things like that. This is a really good way to augment your position as the expert in your community. So this seller lead program is really, really cool because we are able to target people exactly, whatever age group we want, because we do it through Facebook marketing or Facebook advertising. And as we know with Facebook advertising, we're able to zero it into a specific geographic location. We're able to specify demographics. We can make sure that it's only going to people that are 28 to 65. We know that people that are 18 to about 26, 27, 28, not buying too many homes. So we can really, really dial this into exactly who we want to see these ads. And so it's a really, really great way to do that. So again, it's our Platinum Lead program. And let me just show you a little example. So this is Marcella's. And you can see over the last couple of days, she's received 5 new leads. And so let me just click on one of these, and we'll take a look at what this home evaluation looks like. So they'll get this nice little, they'll click on the Facebook advertisement, they'll fill in the information, and then this nice little landing page will pop up. It'll show them the current estimate. It'll show them kind of an estimated range, and it'll show, properties that have sold within the last 30 and 60 days. Also shows properties that are for sale near them. So it'll give that person a really, really cool, quick evaluation of their home price. And like I said, the great news is sometimes, as especially Marcella knows her area, Castaic, better than anybody. And so she gets copied on these reports, and she clicks on every one, and she does a little research, and she finds out, oh, you know what, this thing says it's 504, but really, I know that that's a little off. And so it becomes a great reason to contact that prospect and say, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to go online and check your home evaluation. I noticed that it was a little off. This is just an automated system. It's only as good as an automated system can be. And so I just wanted to make sure I get you the correct information. So Marcella has been very, very successful in getting this information out to so many people within her community. Tons of people in her community already know her. She's already been, she's been working this community for 15 years. So it is a really good supplement to what she does as well. Bill, have you seen these landing pages lately? They've really, really come a long way. They look great now.
I was just thinking that, Kevin, because I remember when this lead program kind of that you kind of rolled out maybe 6-7 years ago. It wasn't this, when a seller potentially wants to sell or get information about their home, then they click. Before they didn't get that kind of information. I would have had to prepare the report myself. I would have had to look at it was really inefficient, and it wasn't very tiresome to prepare an individual report for every single lead. The fact that this can be automated now, and it auto populates based on the address, this is awesome.
I mean, it's amazing. So this is the actual landing page. So the way it works is we create a Facebook advertisement, and I do all of the management of the Facebook advertising. I do the ad spend. I manage all of it. The only thing that the agent needs to do is they'll get a lead that'll come across in their email, and if you've got it set up for your phone, you'll get a text message. So all you have to do is respond and let these people know that, hey, you thank them for utilizing the system, and of course you want to evaluate and see if that automated value was north or south. And so really, really good. So let's see this. Once we have, once they click on that Facebook advertising, they land on this page. And this page, of course, is completely mobile optimized. So if we were clicked on this on our phone, it looks perfect. The functionality is perfect for mobile, for both iPhones and iPads, and really any kind of a device that you're using. So they put in their home address. They literally answer one or two questions, and then the home value gets spit out. So just a really, really cool system, very slick. We can customize a lot of this stuff. We can put anything we want here. We can customize really of just about anything here. So just one of my favorite lead programs for sure. Really, really cost effective. Some of these agents, let's just take a look at what Marcella's got. These are complete leads. You can see that this is the date that the leads came in. So she's getting them, almost every day, which is really, really great. And the more time that you spend having this program going, the more time that these people in your farm are going to get this information. Now, the coolest thing about this particular program is it also has a drip program, or a drip email program. So provided that lead gives us an email address, they will get a follow-up lead drip for the next 70 days. And not only that, every month they'll get an updated home value. So if they filled it out on October 10th, November 10th, they're going to get an updated home value report. So you're always staying top of mind, even if you never even get to talk to this client or this prospect. And the vast majority of these people are just curious. They're just going to be looking, but we're only looking for a small percentage of these guys to say, hey, you know what? Now I am ready to sell. Now I do have questions. And who are they going to ask? They're going to ask the person that is top of mind and has been sending them stuff to their email. So that's the way that the system works. I think it's a really, really powerful system. And the agents that are utilizing it right now are getting tons of leads. They're getting in front of buyers and sellers. And so that's really the name of the game here. So does anybody have any questions? We, of course, have a chat feature. Let me make sure I'm opening that. And again, this is the kind of thing that we want to just kind of, perk your interest. And the best thing to do is to go to our Calendly calendar and to schedule a 60-minute training with me, so we can go through either of the lead systems. We can, answer questions on the fly. We can do a screen share just like we do with these webinars, and I can show you. And it's really like sitting in, the office with me. So we're both looking at the same screen. It really makes it great. And the other thing is to go ahead and to schedule a training for anything that you need. It doesn't have to be for leads. It could be for any question you have. It could be questions about your website and other marketing. So don't hesitate to do that. Again, it's just calendly.com/Alta Realty Group. Super easy. Bill, anything else to add?
No, I think you've done a good job outlining it and why it's an important tool if you're going after listings.
Yeah, for sure. And then, of course, the last thing we want to leave you with is, if you haven't used Clearview Mortgage, if you have questions about mortgages, don't hesitate to contact Bill, Derek, or Debbie, and they can get you pre-qual. They can, answer and do cross-quals, anything that you need. They work for you guys. And so they're a resource for you guys.
Yeah, and just a quick reminder as well. I know I've mentioned it a few times. We've got some agents that are using it extensively, is the loyalty program. And I'm going to keep kind of mentioning it because I want to make sure that everyone does have the opportunity to participate and be active in it. And it creates a win-win for the company, and it creates a win-win for you, the agent. And how that works is, if you close a deal on your transaction, if Clearview funds the loan, you guys keep 100% of the commission. So the only thing that is taken from that gross commission is a $75 BRE kind of a compliance fee that we do pay somebody to audit every single file to make sure that we have all the forms, we have all the signatures, and that we reduce liability to the company. I think we can all agree that's an important thing to do as a brokerage to make sure that we are compliant with the BRE. But aside from that, you have a gross commission of $15,000. You're going to keep $14,925 of it if the loan is funded through Clearview. So I don't know of anybody else in the industry that's rewarding their agents that are using the in-house finance services. We have some amazing investors. I talked about a conference we went out to a couple of weeks ago, and we have a really good system and streamlined process now to process mortgage. So give us a call. If you're not already using us, please do so. We love to talk to you and help you. And we don't even have to talk mortgage. We can talk about real estate as well. But we like to get to know you guys further and help you out. So we're here for you. I'm always around. If I'm not, you can send me a text. I'll get back to you, and as well as Derek and Debbie. So that's all I got, Kevin.
Awesome, Bill. Appreciate it, and I appreciate your time on the webinar this morning. Agents, get out there, make it a great day, make it a successful week, and we look forward to seeing you on the next webinar next week.